to walk up to any one of these books. Now, not physically, but mentally. And I want you to flip it open to any page, to look at that page, back and forth, and stop at any word. Can you see this happening? Close your eyes, in your mind's eye, envision that occurring. I want to show them at home, because people will say later that I changed what I wrote somehow. Alright. Open your eyes. What was that word?
This is not staged. This is crazy. I'm blown away. Alright, welcome back to Storytime with Mr. This was such a hit on the last episode with Tom's Girl. Seriously, I went into this experience sort of skeptical. I mean, the things this person does are sort of impossible. I mean, he goes in front of these audiences, which include huge celebrities, professional sports teams, and effectively reads their mind. He's such a roller. He does it under so much pressure and he nails it every time. And so we asked him on the show. He's got some amazing stories, and he also totally just did. I have something written on my hand right now that has to do with one of the tricks that he's and I can't believe it. It's a really amazing guy, and just master of his craft. It's gonna blow your mind. So, without further ado, lately I've seen you pop up all over the place, just on Joe Rogan and his reaction to it.
You've not seen that angry in life. You're not going down the rabbit hole. Seriously. Did you hack me? Or you literally got into my life?
I liked how you were like, hey, let's just be serious. You're like, look, I'm trying to get your ATM pin code. You can just see on Joe. Okay. Alright, let's see. And you guessed the first number at some point. So just tell me it's a 1. I think it was 1.
Yep.
Alright, but then as soon as he began doing it, you could just see his whole mentality, everything shifted, and you could just see that the audience, if this is stage, is the best stage I've ever seen.
Yeah.
His reaction was not pleasure, it was like, stop.
How'd I do, Joe? Is that your ATM pin code?
Yeah. That's weird. I'm skeptical because I've got that pin code in the mail.
People love seeing it because Joe, he is the ultimate debunker. Yeah, we agree with like no one's going on Joe Rogan and telling Joe what to do. No, on the biggest platform in the world, and he is the boss, and he didn't know what's going to happen. And I think that's what's happening in the public is even in a name that one individual is angry and a little scared.
So tell me, like, what is a mentalist? Because I looked it up. Yeah, but that doesn't really accomplish the task. I want to hear from you. And secondarily, how does one know they have the skill to be a mentalist?
So a mentalist is a form of magic, right? This is not the world of psychics and supernatural. That's not what I pretend to do. I make sure that I go out of my way to ensure people understand I'm not claiming to be a psychic. I'm not supernatural. Instead, I have a series of skills that I developed, kind of like a personal tools over decades of learning how people think. It's grounded in magic. So everyone was a magician, right? You can go to an 8-year-old, they start to see magic tricks. And when we watch magic, we understand that we're being fooled with our eyes. Somehow this person knows how to do this quickly, or to distract you, sticking something somewhere else. Right? When you cut the war in half, spoiled alert, guys, you're not trying to ruin Christmas, you know, Santa Claus, you're not really cutting the war in half. Somehow you're deceiving me with an illusion that's being the work, that's really what's called. So magic is all in this for the eyes. This is a specialized subset within magic, where it's magic of the mind. Very different, not through your eyes, because there's no fast hands. There's almost no props. I can show up. I had a show last night in Toronto. Came right here from the airport, where I do shows with smaller group of 400 people, and I show with nothing. I have the pad of paper and marker, which if I don't have with me, they can grab for me. The show uses props. I need the show. And so what I've learned to do is to know how people think, And by knowing effectively how people think, I'll know what they think. And I'll present that in a very entertaining, thrilling, and hopefully memorable manner. So mentalism, psychology, misdirection, deception, influence, it's all these different skills baked into one cake.
And is this something that you always need to possess? Some skills that ultimately crystallized and became you being the world's greatest mentalist.
Right, thank you.
Did you have moments in your life before this became a thing where you're like, I have these innate skills that I could refine, but you knew you have them? Or is this something that people could be taught?
Absolutely. This is a learnable skill, but I call it, I would liken it to musical talent, which is innate in a sense. Because you could probably learn to play the piano in a certain number of songs. Like my 9-year-old plays the piano. If I continue to practice every day for a year, I'd probably get better. But what if I practice for a decade? Would I ever be good enough to play at Carnegie Hall in New York City? I don't think I would. I think that's not innate. That it's innate, God-given, gives nobody a call. You can develop the skills, but when you get to a certain level, there might be a ceiling. Sure. So that's the best way to describe it. I have a gift for it, and I've also been very, very persistent. And never underestimate the power of persistence. Because mentalism has a steep learning curve, and most people learn as thick as skin to get through the times when you suck. So magic can be practiced over and over and over in a mirror, and it can prove because it's the move things. It's kind of like playing golf. If you practice your swing, hopefully by the end swing, you're going to be great. You might not be more than that for Tiger Woods. With this, the only way that I can get better is by doing it for an audience. You see what I mean? You can't practice guessing what people are going to think without people. And the first few hundred times you do it, you're going to be, pardon my French, you're going to be shit. Like, you're not going to be good. There's very few mentalists that started good. And so what tends to happen is you perform, you suck, you go, oh my god, that was painful, I don't want to do that again, I don't want to experience something. So I did much more magic for years. And then I started dipping my toes in the water with mentalism. And then doing a little more, and then doing a little more. And then I was on a show, we like rewind my career. There was a moment where it was like a fork in the road, where I was on America's Got Talent. Or it changed my life, and I rebranded myself as, instead of like quote unquote, O's the magician, I became O's the mentalist. That's how I literally monikered it, because now I differentiated myself from others and decided I'm not doing magic anymore. That was like the crutch. I just started doing just mentalism.
It's interesting. I think one of the things that I've noticed about you and your lives that's currently up in your life, really on right now, is, in a way, I feel like I can relate a little bit to the pressure that you put on yourself. And I'll give you some context. So I know that you're into distance running. Yep. Like serious distance running. You've done 153 miles. Regularly runs marathons on a whim. That is it is a physical feat, no doubt. But it is a mental feat more than anything else.
Agreed. More mental than physical. Anybody who goes, I can't do this. I'm like, that's already set yourself up. I can't. You've already created an obstacle in your mind. So long as you're actually your mind traces with your mind. You tell yourself that. I think the mind controls your body. I tell people, 20, 30 years old, to finish a race that I believe objectively, I'm fitter than they are, I'm younger than they are, I'm stronger than they are. Why did they finish when I didn't? Because my mind crumbled. Yeah. And you know it. I mean, Buzz, how many people rang that bell that were probably tough SOBs, but they didn't have the men to?
It's true, and in fact, you instead, when you first tried these for Decathlon, you did it twice, right? You did it twice. So you did 153 miles.
Yep, 153 miles, 36-hour cutoffs. It's very important. There's races that are longer. Right now, there's a heyday if you'll run 200-mile races, all great stuff. But this, you can't slow down and walk very much. Like glorified hikes. No offense to all these people who do 200s. They do it for 4 or 5 days. Right. Most of the people, it's slow. This is running non-stop for a day and a half. You start on a Saturday morning, I'm running until Sunday evening.
Yeah, and so like what people need to understand about running really long distances, I've done a couple of marathons.
Which is very respectable.
Yeah, it's respectable. Fuck down in the south. But when you hit about mile 20, people say that's sort of like the halfway point. You gotta not 26.2, the halfway 13, right? But at about 20 miles is when your body reaches that point where it's like, okay, we've lost all this glucose stores. We're sort of burning on muscle at this point. It's like you're falling apart. And I remember when I ran a marathon and I hit mile 20, it was like I can barely move and I had 6 miles to go. So for anyone that's even thinking, oh, 150 miles, yeah, you suck. did not finish. And you knew, as you're running along, you're like, I'm not going to finish this. I'm right, and you're writing the story in your head. You're like, how am I going to spin this? The people that, yes. But you went back and you ultimately did it again. But that's so highly unusual. One, that you went back in the first place. But two, that you went back and did the race. I think that says a lot about not only your mental toughness, but why you have these innate skills, you hone those skills to become the mental who you are, but you obviously have this ability to put yourself in these highly mentally stressful environments and perform not just well, but at your literal best. And so, like, you could be going in front of an entire NFL football team, and these are also folks you gotta check out the other team, like the Bengals. You go to the whole one of my favorites, and like, they'll tell the player, like the quarterback, Joe Burrow, I'm going to write down who you're going to throw it to. And I'm not going to show you, you're going to do it, throw it to anybody in the room, and then after you do it, I'm going to show you what I thought. But you see that he's written down, and you run out, you try to throw the football, and they're like, oh, yes, right. But then the next time you do it, you write down and it's like, you can fake to this person, and throw to this person, you're holding fast, and sure enough, Joe clearly has no idea what you're doing. Like, fake, throw, goes wild.
Face to Jamar. So I think your mindset is where the ultra running and mentalism go hand in hand, and I think that's one of the things of it. Truly, there's physiological involved, which being able to be calm under pressure, that calmness goes directly to success in a situation. When you start panicking, those chemicals that flow through your body can indicate other things. Same with the animals can smell. They can literally smell fear. I think we still have that hardwired in us. We are still animals in a sense where we don't trust our instincts. We feel it. But right now, when we walk in the room, you don't know if it's you have situational awareness. That's something that gets out of that, right? But that's so not. It's something that I don't know how it's a sense that we're being dangerous. But when we're at intense on high alert, something flooding because that fight or flight. But in those situations where it's do or die, not literally, but that team's up in that room, there's no safety net. There's still multiple didn't want to set up and say, hey guys, act excited, they just ran the news. Joe Burrow, the funny part about that clip was that they had dropped the day before he signed the most lucrative contract in NFL history, $275 million, with some obscene number that was hearing from $184 million back then. So the best comment, the comment that will run up the most book, and clearly, this guy knew it. And the fact comment under it says, bro, I wish I had enough money to pay Joe Burrow off to pretend to do this. And it got up like 10,000 times, but it's so common. How do you get it? The behind the scenes on that, by the way, is great because Joe is doing a job. He's a great guy. But I understand that when you go to these performance that are intermediaries, I'm not talking about players, the PR team, the organizations, and they say to me, that person is not involved. And so I say that, with all due respect, I say yes. When I get into my job, convert those into yeses, or somebody do like talk to one another, do it, and the Joe Burrow thing, yes, there's an amazing trick. But getting somebody, when they set that in the box, they 100% get involved. And you have to not only say yes to what I'm going to do, buy in, but then have a monster reaction and seems to be millions of times, and then understand my life. That same thing, that set of skills on how to lower influence them, is applicable to everyone in every aspect of life. It works in business, in sales, it works in relationships, whether it's people you know closely, and you want to create a relationship, or whether it's people you want to know, or whether it's like a romantic friendship thing, it's how you and connect with them in a deeper way, and get that not only the right to build rapport, but also those who think in partnerships and what you want them to do. Not in the area for what you're trying to do. I'm trying to win my money. I'm selling all the time my idea. Who's doing your homework right now, and then you don't want to do everything you do. How do you convince them in an effective manner? And that is a form of mentoring, which is knowing how people think and using miles just a little. 6 miles, man, you've got to do before. But in the moment, every step hurts. I'm miserable, I'm addicted, I feel terrible. I want to be done now. I want to be on a couch with ice cream now. What the hell was I thinking to do this race? I am not a superhuman. I like literally the same way that a friend of my dating dog will say, I don't want to be out running in the cold at 4:30 a.m. But the fact that I don't want to do it is why I'm doing it. Because that's where the real training is. The moments where it becomes hard is where you really are. When I'm sitting here talking about running, it's easy. That's fun. I want to get to the finish line. This darkest race. And I'm asking myself, why am I doing this? You don't want to do it. Still persevere. That's when you become strong. So you tear the muscle and grow back stronger. And these skills have allowed me to do what I do in pressure moments and that ultra is like something I stand on where I'm completely calm. And very aligned. I'm not going to panic. People around me see how calm I am and I can still that in my control.
What you're doing is so stressful, almost on purpose. You're going in front of this crowd, like big professional athletes, like all these celebrities, and you're gonna like walk in and impress them and do something that's just unbelievable. Like they're thrilled out of the fact that you know going into that you're gonna be confident, and people will see that not only will you perform, but for you, this is what you do. You seek these moments out because that is empowering for you.
Man, if we got like a therapy session or like Freudian, I can take big swings at things that I don't know if it's necessarily going to work. But I think it's obvious in the sense, the danger, the risk. That's what's exciting. So you can feel the excitement of the camera. It's what captures you. Because I don't know, I can't explain it. It's the audience know internally that this might have gone wrong, and it didn't. And that's why you get the big reactions.
So I've done a couple of live and was telling stories to crowds, and I remember I told my production team that we were getting ready to put it together and how we wanted to go, and how much production value we wanted. And I said, I was like, I need the first time I do speaking engagements to be basically just me and a microphone. I want it to be a pure experience because I need to do it myself. But like I can deliver something that's really engaging without any problem. Right. And there was like the sense of, I almost hated myself for doing this because you're setting yourself up, right? I'm going to walk out in front of thousands of people, in a microphone. I've never done this before. Right. It could go horribly wrong. But it's like, I almost felt like the only way to do it was like full sense, like commitment to it. You have to. And I go out on stage and with that sense of commitment, I was able to easily do these shows. Yeah. And I think for you, what I see in all these clips of you is like blowing people away. Honestly, more than this is the sense that you are completely committed, even if it goes wrong. It's like somehow he's getting right. He's got full command of the room. People love him for the ball. That level of why we're navigating, why we're successful, right? The human instinct that is our DNA of liking the gossip. We're all slow down, run back and what just happened? Why is, like I said, we stand up, one jerk, and we have to watch that. So that same approach is, again, hardwired in our DNA. So in my ego, I'm very keenly aware of moments where I can feel stress, confusion, or like chaos. And I immediately forget I want to connect. And then I put the camera there and I want to remember. And I, during the moment, tell me what happened. We're going to remember. People don't realize that memory is malleable. So when we think of memory as the same thing as this camera shooting me right now, rewind, play back, it's immutable. You can't change it. It's on camera, right? Now, people remember certain moments, and they are typically related to emotion. So I'll give you a great example. Eyewitness testimony, which you know more than anyone, is inherently unreliable. Because people support all of it, they're in a moment where they just saw shit out. They're trying to flood the emotion and all these things, and they're not used to encounter emotion, and they're not in those situations that are high stress. And now suddenly they a color of hair, a height, all of that stuff that happened in 1 second, it can change, especially if you're interrogating later and question and investigate
language. Right? So when you saw this guy